Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to talk about a life transition that many parents will go through, and perhaps, for some, it brings a little sadness, a little emptiness. That is when our beloved children grow up and leave the family home to start their independent lives. You might have spent decades of your life caring for, nurturing, picking up, and worrying about your children. The role of being a parent has defined you, a central part of your daily life. And then, suddenly, one day, the house becomes quieter, bedrooms are empty, the busy schedule revolving around children disappears. A sense of pride in your children's independence comes with a feeling of emptiness. A question echoes in your mind: now what? Who am I when I am no longer a full-time parent? This is what we often call empty nest syndrome. Today, we will together explore empty nest syndrome, how to rediscover yourself when children grow up. Delving into understanding the complex emotions that come with this phase, why it is a challenge, and also an opportunity, for many parents in the US. And more importantly, how to turn this empty nest period into a new meaningful chapter. An opportunity to reconnect with yourself, with your partner, and find lost passions and purpose. Specifically for young people, to prepare mentally, and middle-aged people in the US, those who are going through or are about to go through this phase, in a sincere, understanding, and motivating way, so you know that this is not the end, but a new beginning. Dear friends, for middle-aged people in the US, empty nest syndrome is a very real and common experience. In a society where raising children requires a large investment of time, energy, and finances, and where children leaving home for college or to start careers is a significant milestone, the sudden change when children grow up can cause significant emotional disruption. Studies in developmental psychology and adult life transitions have confirmed that empty nest syndrome is not a pathology, but a normal emotional response to a major role change. For younger people, learning about this syndrome helps them build a sense of self beyond their parenting role from now, so that when the empty nest phase arrives, the transition will be smoother. Facing and overcoming empty nest syndrome in a healthy way is extremely important for mental health, life satisfaction, and the sustainability of relationships, especially the marital relationship. This is an opportunity to reflect, redefine yourself, and write the next chapter of your life. So, how does empty nest syndrome usually manifest? And more importantly, how can we cope with it and rediscover ourselves during this period? We will delve into these aspects. First, the true emotions, which is acknowledging and processing your emotions. The most important thing when facing empty nest syndrome is to allow yourself to feel and acknowledge the emotions that are occurring. Sadness, loss, emptiness, worry for your children, and even a sense of diminished role are completely normal. Why is acknowledging emotions important? Because suppressing or denying these emotions only makes them last longer and can turn into other mental health problems, like depression or anxiety. Acknowledging emotions is the first step for you to be able to process and overcome them. Example: allowing yourself to cry when you feel sad, talking openly with your partner, close friends, or other family members about feelings of emptiness. Journaling about your thoughts and feelings during this period. Work, family. Acknowledging that you may feel more sensitive or easily emotional at work or when interacting with family. Sharing your feelings honestly with your partner so they understand and support you. Mechanism. Emotional processing helps the brain integrate the experience of the changing parenting role and gradually adapt to the new phase. Reducing psychological burden. How to do it? Set aside a quiet time each day to connect with your emotions. Don't judge yourself for what you feel. Find a trusted friend to share with or write down your thoughts. Next, reconnecting, which is reconnecting with your partner, if applicable. As children grow up and leave home, the burden of full-time parenting decreases. This is a great, and necessary, opportunity for couples to refocus on their relationship, which may have been less prioritized during the busy child-rearing years. Why is reconnecting with your partner important? Because the marital relationship is a main pillar of adult life. Strengthening this relationship helps both of you navigate this transition together, find new joy and companionship, and build a shared future. Example: plan regular date nights, go out to dinner, watch a movie, take a walk, find shared hobbies or interests that you can explore together, learn to dance, take a cooking class, go hiking. Talk openly and honestly about both your feelings about the children leaving and your desires for the future of your relationship. Work, family. Make quality time for your partner after work or on weekends. Plan trips together as a couple separate from family gatherings. Mechanism. Dedicating time and attention to the marital relationship enhances emotional bonding, builds intimacy, and creates a new shared purpose beyond raising children. How to do it? Proactively plan time specifically for your partner. Open up conversations about feelings, and find activities you both enjoy together. And also, rediscovering yourself, which is rediscovering your personal identity, beyond being a parent. During the years of parenting, this role may have become central to your identity. When that role changes, you have the opportunity and space to rediscover your true self, your passions, interests, and dreams that may have been dormant. Why is rediscovering yourself important? Because it helps you rebuild self-esteem, find new sources of joy and meaning in life, and realize that you are a complete, independent individual beyond your role as a parent. Example: reflect on the hobbies or talents you had before having children, or things you always wanted to learn, do but never had the chance. Start a new class, learn to paint, play a musical instrument, learn a foreign language, join a community group or volunteer activity related to your interests. Work, family. Use newfound free time to develop professional skills. Attend training or workshops. Explore personal interests separate from your children's activities. Mechanism. Pursuing hobbies and passions activates reward centers in the brain, creating a sense of accomplishment and joy, while also helping to strengthen a sense of independent self. How to do it? Spend time reflecting on what you love and want to do for yourself. Make a list of those things and pick one or two to start exploring now. Commit to dedicating time to these activities regularly. And also, the pursuit of new joy, which is pursuing passions and hobbies. Filling the time and space, both physical and emotional, previously dedicated to raising children with activities that bring joy and meaning is an effective way to cope with empty nest syndrome. Why does pursuing passions help? Because it gives you a new purpose, creates excitement for daily life, and provides opportunities to connect with people who share your interests. Example: join a book club, start gardening, learn to cook new dishes, train for a marathon, travel to places you've always dreamed of visiting, learn a new skill related to work or personal interests. Work, family. Use vacation time to take an intensive course or an experiential trip. Find time after work or on weekends for your own hobbies. Mechanism. Purposeful and meaningful activities reduce stress, increase life satisfaction, and provide new social connection opportunities. How to do it? List the activities you love or want to try. Make a concrete plan to start and maintain them. Don't be afraid to try new things and step outside your comfort zone. In addition, setting new goals. Which is setting new goals, personal and professional. Having goals to work towards gives you direction, motivation, and excitement for the future. It helps you look forward instead of looking back. Why is setting new goals important? Because it provides structure for life after full-time parenting, brings a sense of progress and achievement, and helps you continue to grow as an individual. Example: set goals for promotion in your current career. Start a small business. Write a book. Get a new professional certification. Set specific fitness goals. Run a 5K. Lose weight. Plan a major trip in a few years. Work, family. Identify professional development opportunities. Set financial goals for retirement or future family milestones. Mechanism. Having goals increases focus, motivation, and planning ability, reducing feelings of aimlessness and emptiness. How to do it? Reflect on what you want to achieve in the next chapter of your life. Set specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound, smart goals. And start taking action today. And also, strengthening other relationships. Which is strengthening other relationships, friends, extended family. During the busy years of raising children, relationships with friends or other family members may have been less prioritized. The empty nest phase provides time and energy for you to invest in these important relationships. Why does strengthening other relationships help? Because they provide a network of emotional support, companionship, and new social connections outside the parenting role. Example: reconnect with old friends. Plan more frequent gatherings with siblings or extended family. Participate in social activities through hobbies or volunteering. Work, family. Make time for relationships outside of work. Prioritize extended family gatherings. Mechanism. Positive social relationships reduce stress, increase sense of belonging, and provide various sources of support in life. How to do it? Actively reach out to people you want to reconnect with. Plan activities together, and invest time and sincerity in nurturing these relationships. Furthermore, prioritizing your health. Which is prioritizing your health and well-being. Facing emotional changes and pressures during the empty nest phase can take a toll on your physical and mental health. Taking care of yourself is the foundation for having enough energy and mental resilience to navigate this phase and enjoy the new chapter. Why is prioritizing health important during this phase? Because good physical and mental health helps you cope better with stress, maintain energy to pursue new goals, and have a more positive outlook on the future. Example: exercise regularly, walking, yoga, swimming, eat healthily, get enough sleep, practice stress management techniques, meditation, deep breathing, get regular health checkups. Seek help from a mental health professional if you feel overwhelmed or have prolonged sadness. Work, family. Make time for exercise or self-care activities after work. Plan healthy meals for yourself and your partner. Ensure you get enough sleep even if you don't have to stay up late with children. Mechanism. Taking care of physical and mental health helps regulate stress hormones. Increases production of endorphins, feel-good chemicals, improves sleep quality, and enhances coping ability with life changes. How to do it? Make taking care of yourself a non-negotiable priority in your daily schedule. Make concrete plans for exercise, healthy meals, and rest time. Listen to your body and mind. And also, a new perspective on this phase, which is reframing the empty nest as an opportunity, instead of solely viewing this phase as a loss of the parenting role. Try to reframe it as a period of increased freedom, flexibility, and potential for personal growth. Why does reframing your perspective help? Because the way you perceive a situation directly affects your emotions and actions. Viewing the empty nest as an opportunity helps you be more open to new possibilities. Example: focus on the freedom to travel spontaneously, having more quiet time for yourself to reflect or read, having the chance to redecorate a child's room into a workspace or hobby room, or simply being more flexible in your daily schedule. Work, family. View your children's independence as a success of your parenting. Focus on new opportunities in your career or personal life that you can pursue. Mechanism: cognitive reframing changes your emotional response by changing the interpretation of the situation from negative to positive. How to do it? List the positive aspects of your children growing up and becoming independent. Focus on the new opportunities you have. Actively seek out success stories of people who have navigated the empty nest phase positively. Finally, seeking support. Which is seeking support? You don't have to go through this phase alone. Talking to people who understand, whether friends, family, or a therapist, can provide validation, helpful advice, and a sense of belonging. Why is seeking support important? Because it helps you process emotions, learn coping strategies from those who have experienced it, and realize that what you are going through is normal. Example: talk openly with friends your age whose children have also grown up. Join a support group for parents whose children have left home. Seek individual therapy to cope with complex emotions or prolonged sadness, anxiety. Work, family. Share with colleagues or relatives who have gone through this phase to get advice. Look for online or community support resources. Mechanism: social support reduces stress, increases resilience, and provides different perspectives. How to do it? Identify people or resources you can turn to for support. Don't hesitate to express your needs. Fueling your journey of rediscovery, nutrition for energy, mood, and brain health. This period of transition and self-rediscovery requires energy, emotional resilience, and clear thinking. A healthy diet can support these important aspects of your well-being. Eating for resilience and rediscovery. Nourishing your body and mind through change. Integrating food section. Focus on cognitive function. Energy, mood, stress management. Focusing on nutrient-dense foods can support your mood. Maintain energy levels as you explore new activities. And keep your mind sharp as you redefine your identity and pursue new interests. Omega-3 fatty acids support brain health, memory, concentration, and mood regulation, important for learning new things, staying focused on goals, and maintaining emotional balance during a period of change. Sources: fatty fish, salmon, sardines, walnuts, chia seeds, flax seeds. Mechanism: build brain cell membranes. Influence neurotransmitters related to mood and focus. Reduce inflammation. B vitamins. Essential for energy metabolism and nervous system function. helping to combat fatigue and support the energy needed to pursue new hobbies and activities. Sources: whole grains, lean protein, eggs, leafy greens. Mechanism: support energy production and nerve function. Protein provides amino acids for neurotransmitter synthesis, affecting mood and motivation, and maintaining muscle mass. Supporting overall vitality. Sources: lean meats, fish, beans, lentils, eggs, tofu. Mechanism: building blocks for brain chemicals and physical health. Complex carbohydrates provide stable energy for sustained physical and mental activity, preventing energy crashes that can make you feel less motivated. Sources: whole grains, sweet potatoes, beans. Mechanism: steady glucose supply for the brain and body. Antioxidant-rich foods combat oxidative stress and inflammation, which can be exacerbated by stress during life transitions and negatively impact mood and energy. Sources: berries, colorful vegetables. Mechanism: protect cells from damage. Hydration essential for all bodily functions, including maintaining energy and cognitive function. Sources: water, herbal tea. How to incorporate simple nutrition for transition. Focus on regular, balanced meals and snacks. Prioritize whole, unprocessed foods. Include sources of omega-3s regularly. Simple swaps to boost nutrient intake. Easy recipes for busy lives. Mechanism summary: these nutrients work together to provide sustained energy, support brain health and emotional stability, and help your body cope with the stress of transition, giving you the physical and mental resources needed to explore new possibilities and redefine yourself. Simple recipe ideas: focus on energy and mood. Oatmeal with berries and nuts. Lentil soup, sheet pan chicken, fish with colorful vegetables. Greek yogurt with fruit and a sprinkle of seeds. Smoothies with greens, fruit, and a source of protein. Focus on easy-to-prepare, nutrient-dense options. Nutritional advice: warnings. Nutrition is supportive but not a cure for empty nest syndrome. Consult a doctor or registered dietitian for personalized advice, especially if you are experiencing significant mood changes, lack of energy, or have underlying health conditions. Avoid relying on comfort food or excessive sugar, alcohol to cope with emotions. Describing users' feelings. Before understanding empty nest syndrome and how to cope with it, perhaps you often felt sad, lonely, a sense of lost purpose, felt less important than before, felt bored, anxious about the future, or felt guilty for having these feelings. But as you begin to acknowledge your emotions, reconnect with your partner, rediscover yourself, pursue new passions, and seek support, you will feel excitement for the future. Find new purpose, feel freer, have more energy. Your relationship with your partner becomes closer. Have a stronger sense of independent self. Find joy in new activities. And have a deeper connection, in a new way, with your adult children. Using idioms and advice from older generations. An older generation says, "When the bamboo is old, the shoots grow," meaning growth and change are natural laws. Children growing up is something to be happy about. Our grandparents often taught, children are traveling guests, parents are the harbor, but everyone has their own journey. There is a proverb that says, "Learn from anyone, even half a teacher." Learning new things at any age is valuable and helps us continue to grow. Bringing it all together. Empty nest syndrome, a transition and an opportunity for self-rediscovery. Empty nest syndrome is a normal emotional experience when children grow up and leave home. Especially common for middle-aged parents in the U.S. It can bring feelings of sadness and loss. But the important thing is that this is also a period of potential. By acknowledging your emotions, reconnecting with your partner, rediscovering yourself beyond the parenting role, pursuing new passions and goals, strengthening other relationships, prioritizing your health, reframing this phase as an opportunity, and seeking support, you can completely overcome the challenges of empty nest syndrome and enter a new chapter full of meaning and fulfillment. Advice and recommendations. Be patient with yourself and this transition. Everyone needs different time to adjust. Open and honest communication with your partner is key to navigating this phase together. Don't hesitate to try new things and explore interests that you have neglected or haven't had the chance to pursue. If feelings of sadness or loss are prolonged, become severe, or affect your ability to function daily, do not hesitate to seek help from a therapist or doctor. Empty nest syndrome can overlap with or worsen other psychological issues. Remember, an older generation says, "Ginger gets spicier with age," meaning middle age has its own unique values and opportunities that youth does not. Dear friends, empty nest syndrome is not the end, but an invitation for you to rediscover yourself, find lost passions, and write a colorful new chapter in your life. By facing these emotions healthily and actively seeking new opportunities, you are investing in your own happiness and fulfillment. Don't hesitate to share your experience with empty nest syndrome, or something you did to rediscover yourself during this period, or any questions you have in the comments section below. Our community is here to share and support each other. And if you found this video helpful and want to explore more tips on navigating life transitions, building personal happiness, and finding meaning at all ages, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next videos.